Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Keith Pilgrim with Terra Blanca, and I am here to show you how to put together multiple kits of our Expandable Hexagon Wine Rack. I'm also going to show you and kind of demonstrate the expansion kit that includes the feet, little triangle pieces kind of that would go at the bottom, and some pieces that would go along the sides if you wanted to connect. Say you were building the rack and you were getting it a little bit taller, wanted to connect it into a cabinet or into the back wall. The expansion kit, just so I can go over that with you real quick, includes 10 of these feet pieces and 8 of the pieces that would connect to the wall. So along with 22 of the connection bars that connect the rings together, so that we connect the rings or these feet pieces and the side pieces to the rack. So let's get started here. We can get started with kind of figuring out the pattern that we want to put something together in. Okay. Now we have places that we can plug in those parts that connect to the wall. And we're just going to plug those in on the sides. This would be like a good example if you had a narrow cabinet or something and you were wanting to fill this in a narrow cabinet. We've kind of now got it filled in as kind of a rectangle for the most part. And we're going to complete our rectangle by just taking 2 of the feet pieces and plugging those in at the bottom here. And so if you had continued this along the other way, you might use more feet pieces and less of the others. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this whole thing together in the pattern that we have existing here. So we're going to just start with our bars that do the connecting, and just like we did when we were putting one rack together, we're just going to line things up and push those in. So that is the last one of our connection pieces, and you can see I built now a pretty tall wine storage. And so take a look at this. You can see from the other side all the pieces sticking out. Now we're going to have a whole lot of the single type pieces left over. We're going to take a handful of those and kind of work our way around the outside, but because we did that expansion kit with the pieces that connect to the wall and the pieces that put feet on the bottom and make it kind of flat across the bottom, we have less of these pieces that we'll be using. Again, we're going to start with the rings, and we're going to start at the bottom here, just like we kind of did in the past. And we're going to just line up our ring with these pieces, making sure you take time to line it all up before you push it down. And then once we get it lined up, push it down, and you've got your first ring in place. So we're just going to take a minute here on the bottom. This is where our feet are on the other side. So we're just going to match that on this side and put the 2 feet on before we continue up. So we're going to again take that. We've got that textured side. We're going to face that textured side out. And we're just going to go ahead and push a couple feet on. All right, so the only thing we have left to do now is we need our pieces along the sides here. So we're going to go ahead and plug those in. And voila, we have a completed wine rack. So this is 3 different kits of our Expandable Hexagon Wine Rack, along with the wall mount and foot kit. The feet are down here, the wall mount parts are here. So this allows you to mount this into a cabinet or to a wall in a closet or something like that. And so that's just one way to put it together. There are many ways to put this together, but go ahead and slide your wine bottles in And there you go. There will be a discount code when you bought these items for your first order off some Terra Blanca wine. So hope you enjoy. Cheers.